Well, welcome, Miss Tammy Williams. How are you today?
I'm doing amazing. How about you?
I am great. I am super great. Got my hair cut. I was so happy. She told me I had wings. Well, welcome everyone to the Real Question, Real Answer show with Tammy Williams and Dianne Ojar. And yes, we're real people. And yes, you're going to see me with my glasses on because I have to read. Tammy doesn't read.
I have three pairs of glasses.
I cannot believe I caved in, Tammy. But before we have that conversation, so you guys better pretty much appreciate this. So, Tammy, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, hello everybody. Wonderful Wednesday to you. My name is Tammy Williams. I'm a mom of three. I'm a wife. I'm an entrepreneur. I help people with their marketing campaigns from a business side of things, as well as I have a passion for empowering women with all things to do with real estate and cryptocurrency, as well as helping them to create more passive and residual income, which we know we all need more. uh, and Deanne knows me from a different space, and we just love people. We're master connectors. We're resource people. People look for us because they're looking for something, or sometimes they're looking for us. So
Yeah,
yeah, in
true.
the end, yeah, it's true. And Deanne has been such an inspiration. She is the brains behind many things that you're seeing on social media. I mean, you actually were the one that told Kelly and I we should be doing the Tammy and Kelly show, right? You were instrumental in
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah. It was because of the name. It just sort of went
yeah.
Tammy and
We have
Kelly show. It was because of
we,
the name.
yeah, we even have people asking us still right now about doing it again. But we're so busy helping so many people, we don't even have the luxury of that space as much as we thought we are going to. So, without further ado, I want to pass back over to you, Deanne, because you are such a humble servant. You serve people in many spaces. And the thing that I love the most about you is you do everything on intention, and you do it from a space of healing. And we all know, if we don't know, that a lot of things that stop us from moving forward in any area in our lives is because we have a lot to heal internally. So, really and truly, she is a thought leader, a thought mentor, and she works from the inside out, which is fantastic, where most people are working from the outside in. I can go on and on about you, and you will let me, maybe after the show.
What am I supposed to say now to begin with? You know what? You switch from the Kelly and Tommy show, Tommy Kelly show to the Tommy and Deanne show. So here we go. My goodness, I didn't expect that at all. I didn't see that coming. But thank you so much. Yes, one of the things I'm a Philip entrepreneur. Now, it made me fumble my words. Okay. I'm a
That's okay.
Philip
I'm gonna catch it. I'm
entrepreneur.
gonna catch it for you. I'm catching
Yeah,
it.
no, well, because you caught me off guard there. You caught me off guard. And also, I'm also right now, we're working with the brand of the experiential coach, where we work with people like yourself and others who want to take it to the next level. It doesn't matter if you're a coach, but to show you, like, one of the questions we probably might mention later on, and that's something we probably I didn't that was not one of the questions I planned to ask, but we'll talk about that. Yes, being an author, radio, um, the media company, everything else, it all sort of comes to one. So it kind of really threw me because I didn't expect to hear you say that, but I'm so blessed to know that, I appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone who has been in my space to help me on this journey, because it is not a huge, easy journey in any way, shape, or form. So I just want to say to everyone, you know, those who are catch us on the replay, please do, put your comments as hashtag replay. So we'll know it's replay. Put your comments in there. And definitely we look forward to hearing from you. But before we go even further on the show, and would like to say to our sponsors. And Jackie has been with us. We have Leonard from the Southern Group, and Leonard has been on the show with us as well. T Ventures, that's yourself. Verbal music production. Want to shout out to Ralph for this amazing music that you heard for the beats. And of course, you know, Olive Media and Willow Spring Winery. Yes, yes, you got to go up to Scoville.
You have to put
Yes,
the
you got to go
winery
up
in
to
there.
Scoville. Girl, I'm telling you, it's worth the drive. I got to take you up there one day. Seriously.
No, I just can come
Seriously.
to your house. No, I'm just going to come to your house and take the wine you have. You don't even drink it.
Girl, you have to go to this winery. We have to
Okay,
go
I'll
visit
go.
it. You would love it. We will, maybe on the weekend we will sneak out there for a little bit. But
Okay.
definitely, we want to reach out and to each and every one of you who join us every week with our craziness, our love, our fun, everything we do. Thank you so much for joining us and for sharing this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So on with the show because this is what it is. Oh, and by the way, our lovely sponsors and our records. That's. Oh, by the way, you guys have to contact Tammy for that one. That's Tammy's job. So let's get that straight. That is not my job. My job was getting the money. Tammy's job is getting the that's
Well, you know
Steve.
what? It's about time someone's getting the money except for me.
Yeah, I know. Gotta share some of that with me, girlfriend. Okay. So here is the first question. Since we were talking about healing, and this is something I've been with certain groups in our social media community, I've been putting it out there to get some feedback, and it blew up. It literally blew up in like 24, 48 hours. I was shocked that people like really and truly. And one of the question really was in a slightly different format is how does anger affect, well, it really was, do you believe that anger affects your personal and business life? And oh my goodness, you should see the response for like over 700 and some plus, you know, likes and shares, no, not shares, sorry, likes. And of course, half of those were comments and unbelievable. And let me ask you this question. Do you believe that anger affects your business or personal life? One person actually said it was a negative because it's a supportive group, and for a different, not that particular question, another group, and she said it's negative and she doesn't reflect. Well, it doesn't matter if you have, there's some point in time where there is some anger. Actually, that was our worries, but there's anger, worries, and so forth because it also associates to your parts of your body, which we'll talk about in a moment. So, do you believe that anger affects your business or your personal life, Miss Tammy?
I do 100%. I believe it has an effect on everything. You know, it's interesting because sometimes there's like people get stuck and they're doing everything. They've got great habits, they're doing meditation, they're praying, whatever it is, they're spending time out there in nature, they're writing out what they're thankful for, but there's something inside that has not been resolved. And I believe from a business perspective, it's nice to have people like you who don't just look at the actions that people are taking, right? You go a little bit more deeper. I like to call it an X-ray, so to speak. It's an X-ray for your business, right? And that's why it's so great about someone like you. I also believe that you can still have probably some levels of success even though you're angry. But I do believe you get to a point where you might be stuck and you're not going further. And you can take a look at everything you're doing on paper and realize you're still doing everything, nothing's changed. But that I believe it 100%. This is a deep conversation. We don't have time for this right now, but we could do
Yes,
something
it
just
is.
on this alone.
Yes, we will. And here I'll tell you why. And I'll share that with you offline to show you what happened and some of the questions and some of the
Hmm.
responses. It was phenomenal. It's something that we really should address because it's one of the key components to your life. Because you are your life, your personal life, your business life. It's one. It's all entwined. And some people may not realize that frustration is a form of anger. Rage is a higher level to anger. And then when we in an NLP, we do a timeline therapy. One of the things we do is anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt, and limited decision in that particular order. So once we work
Hmm.
with the anger first, which is super powerful, timeline therapy, it's sort of once you release a lot of that, it actually helps with the rest of them. Here's the other
Yes.
thing: even in our with our Tao hands, we look at anger as being the wood element. And did you know? And you must have heard me say this before, that anger is associated with cancer.
Hmm.
It is. It's the wood element, right? And the that's what we call the unbalance, right? It's actually the liver. It's associated with the liver. It's the unbalanced emotion, and the balanced emotion to that is patience. So maybe from week to week, we'll give you a little tidbit about these different five elements in your body, which is, the we have the liver, we have the heart, we have the spleen, we have the lungs, and we have the kidneys. And it's associated. And you'll hear this in different modalities pretty much across the board. But I'm saying to you, you control your anger and you'll be able to do a lot more. Right?
Hmm.
So, hurry. My nose suddenly got very itchy there. So this is live, folks. We have delays, we have technical issues, and we have a little twitch. So that's what it is. And we have fun because we can embrace it. And we can put on our glasses when we say you'll never see your glasses. But I cannot lean forward and keep squinting all the time because half the time it doesn't look right good. And besides, it is what. But I want people to know that there's so much that can be done. And when they say heal your heart, it heals all blockages. It's everything is associated, it's not disconnected. I
Hmm.
do urge you to reach out and look. If people are angry around you, get rid of them. Don't live in that space of anger. There's a lot more for that conversation, but we have a lot to do. It's a very short show, and I want to make sure that I want to plant the seed to think about
But
this.
but wait, Deanne, put a disclaimer, please. We're not telling you to leave your relationship. And we're not telling you to leave your kids and move out. Please just know that. What we're saying is that people that don't have an impact on your life are the
In
ones you need
business,
to
in business and
give
personal,
less
the
space.
extension,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
extension,
yeah.
the
The other
extension.
people who sometimes you're side by side all the time, there has to be some kind of a conversation. There has to be some kind of a counsel that you both do. But so we're not telling you to move out. So if you go back and say, Deanne told me I have to get rid of you, Deanne, you're on your own. I plead the fifth on that.
Yeah. No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, but on a serious note, we can be serious. See, the serious face. You
Okay,
know,
be serious.
think smart about it. See, Tammy is still in her relationship, so she hasn't kicked out God yet. I just said God the same thing. You see,
Not
this
yet.
is why
No,
we
but
have fun
you know
here
what?
because
No, but
we can
guess
be
what?
free.
No, but honestly, Deanne, every time I bring up plantain, he stopped asking me, but there was a point he was saying, "Where's this going? Why another plant?" I said, "It's not on your side of the bed, so you're good." When it goes on your side of the bed, that's when you start to ask about the
Well,
plants.
I don't know about that. God, if ever you see this show, I don't know, you better watch out. Let's go to question two
Let's go to
because
questions. Let's just go. Let's skip
I
one. Let's
can
go
go
to
on
questions.
forever about this topic. But on a serious note, it's one of those things that I would suggest that you really reach out and find out
Yeah.
more about it. If you want to find out more, please don't do hesitate because this could be one of the best things you could do for yourself and your business and your family and everything else is to
Mhm.
control that and how to do it. And sometimes you cannot do it alone. Believe me on that one. This was a question we had the last time, and the question is, I believe it was a loaded question, so we'll do our best to address these as much as possible. This is from Sue. Yeah, Sue. I invite people to my page and to join my group, but very few respond. What am I doing wrong? I'll let you lead off with this. I'll tell you my 2 cents will because everybody is doing that these days. So join my page, join my page, join my page, and just what I just said there, you should figure out what the answer is there. So, what are your thoughts on that? Oh
I
gosh,
guess the question
she's
is,
already shaking the head, which is not a good sign.
First of all, Sue, thank you for this question. This is not a judgment zone. It's a no judgment zone. It's more of an empowerment zone, and this is
Mhm.
just our opinion from experience. We both worked in media, helping companies to attract people to their sites, as well as in social media platforms, as well as online. So that's why we're doing this show, because we get people on a regular basis asking us questions. There's no dumb question. So I guess the thing would be for you, Sue, is what is it that you're doing to engage with these individuals? I say this to you to get you to think. Just think about this. If you go to the grocery store and someone says, please come out with me tonight, that's all they said to you. Are you going to say yes? So you can think about that question. I'm asking you this because if you send them a message to invite them to like your page, have you spoken with them before? Have you built a rapport with them before? So people get caught up on numbers. They want to have thousands of people liking and commenting and in their group. However, I must tell you that the real gold is in the quality, not the quantity. So, my suggestion to people is on a daily basis, you make it a conscious effort of yours. If you want to increase your group, if you want to increase your likes, you look at your people that you have as actual friends and you pick 10 maybe a day. That's simple. 10 people, you can do that easily. Give them a hello. How are you? Find out what they're doing, and then you can share what you're doing. And then that's where the invitation to like on your page and to join your group is. The worst thing about just setting out to people is that you don't know where they are in life. You have no idea what's going. Just because they have a presence on social media doesn't mean that everything is perfect going on. We have lots of bad things happening right now. We have people who have much more stress than ever before. And on top of that, this here platform, if you're referring to Facebook, is not probably the only place that they work in. So it's going to be up to you to kind of figure out where they are. And the other thing too is the worst thing is if you're offering someone to join your group and you're offering accounting services, not knowing that they are in accounting because they don't advertise that on their Facebook page. So before you invite them to something, you want to check with them where they're at. I simply can tell you, with my group, Women Champagne Real Estate, I have a lot of Facebook friends. I don't invite them to the group unless I have a conversation with them first. And what that looks like is, hey, hello, Deanne. I see your page. I see you're doing different things that is all about positive, empowering women. And I have the same fondness for empowering women. I just so happen to have a group I formed based on that. And it has something to do with women, champagne, and real estate. And I give a little bit of tidbit about what the group is. Would you like to be added? Would you like to be a part of this? And if they respond yes, then I give them the little bit of guidelines that's in there, and then I invite them. But if I don't do that part, there's no invitation being extended. And
Lovely.
I get people that come back to me and say, no, I have no interest in knowing anything about passive income or real estate, whatever. That's fine. But they respond back and they actually thank me for asking them before just inviting them. So
Yeah,
that's a
and
long
that's great.
answer. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a long answer, but there's a lot more to this. But that would be my thing to you.
there's so many answers to this, and I would just pick one or maybe two. I don't know. I would probably segue into different answers here. People have limited time now, and we constantly people are just creating pages and pages, like, you know, unbelievable. And you get so many invites, all these pages and pages, not knowing, because that's the end thing. We're just rebranding a different page, which I was going to create another page, but I figured, you know what, Tammy, you're part of that page. Sometimes you contribute it or add to it, but it's not doing what we had set out to do originally. So I'm rebranding it, and it's called Stepping into Your Worth Network, which also aligns with the brand we're doing. But this is what people are doing. How do they step into their worth network? Why? Because it's something most of the people in the business want to know. People don't know their worth. Do you know why coaches don't sell? Because one of the things is they don't know their worth. So it's a topic that will intrigue people. Is it for everyone? Yes. No. We don't know. But again, it depends on the page, and There's some pages which really and truly have been scanned because there's a lot of pages on groups I'm part of, but I never really was active. But now I am beginning to be a little bit more active, and some of them allow the um, the members to contribute, and some of them it's not. It's only by the admin or the page holder or owner, if you want to say that. And then if they ask a question, then they respond in the comments only, and it's restricted. Um, I'm not really crazy about myself personally for some of those pages that restricted. I understand, yes and no. But at the same time, it depends on what the purpose of the page is. And most of them will say, join my page, and so forth, just to get your contact information. And then they spam you with so many emails. And there's so many things behind that. So, what are you doing wrong? Um, you know what? I'm not going to say you're doing something wrong because it's a very broad question, and if it's something that you want a very specific way you can analyze it, we can look at it, one on one, Tammy or myself with you, and see exactly what you're doing. I can't really say what you're doing wrong, but what I'm saying to you, make sure you have a page and the title of the page, which is sexy. Yes, I'm going to use that word sexy, like how Tammy is looking today. Sexy, about, and engaging, that would really attract them, hit their pain point, it keeps them up at night, the emotions. That's what your page is going to attract. So I thank you, Sue, but there's a lot more conversation behind this. So,
Yeah.
but we just have very limited time for that because that's, like I said, it's a very loaded questions. So we're on to
You have the other questions that came through.
Sharon. Any tips for beginners with a business on how to use social media? Yeah, don't go
Okay, you
crazy.
give you
Hire
give you give
somebody.
you give one tip. You give one tip, and I'll give one tip.
Okay.
Just one,
Don't,
Deanne. You're on a
do
timer
not
here.
do, do not try. Try means fail, but there's no failure. There's only lessons to learn to do it on your own. That is like, really, you can understand and know how to do it, but it's very time consuming. So I would say get someone to help you with that because that alone is a job on its own. I have more, but I was only allowed one because I'm experiencing it. I honestly, I'm living that. It's not easy building a business and then try to do social media at the same time and other people. So, Tammy, I will stay quiet while you give your one tip.
So getting back to Deanne's adding on to hers, what she forgot to mention is that you can actually have a free consultation with either one of us for 20 minutes. And that would, at least you don't have to pay for that. And you'll get lots of nuggets in that. But, Sharon, I would like to give you this one tip. And this is probably going to be the biggest thing that you're going to get right now in this little bit of time is know your audience. If you know your audience without having an expert, put yourself in the position of that audience and think of what you would like because everybody knows what they don't like. So if you write down yourself personally the things you don't like when you're on social media, make sure you don't do that. So if you just follow that, you don't need really us in that mix. You will eventually. But if you don't have the time to have the conversation or the money that's in your budget to do that, if you write down the things you don't like receiving or seeing on social media, that is a clear indicator to let you know what you should be offering. And I'm also going to add into there is look at the social media platforms or people on social media that you do like because success leaves clues. So you can borrow, you can use what other people are using and duplicate it for yourself that it works for your industry. That's golden right there. There you go.
Cool. But I'm just going to echo what you're saying and add to that is the fact that one, everybody's foot. Like I'm a size 9, okay? I don't know what Tammy
Oh,
is.
oh,
One shoe
you
does not fit all. No, we don't
oh,
want to see
okay. So we
shoes,
had to show
okay?
our shoes.
One size does not fit all. So you
Right.
have to be audience. But here's what Tammy said. and I'm hearing what Tammy is saying. If you want to build a audience with somebody, and like she said to you, don't do the things or say the things. If I were you, just to social media is about sometimes not about talking about what people want and things about what people don't want, because then people start to be engaging, talking about the anger and so forth and the worry. And that's just building a conversation in its own. So people getting to know and say, oh, she doesn't like that. And that's a whole nother conversation. So that's a golden nugget in its own. Talk about the things that you don't like. And you might be surprised what can happen just for fun, and have fun with it. Whatever you do, have fun with it. Like again, chat with us. You never know. Some One of the most important thing is investing in yourself is key, whether it be time, money, or energy. That is key. And we have done a lot of investments in ourselves. So that's why we can sit here and we can talk to you today. Here we go with Sean. What is mobile marketing? You want to lead this off or you want me to lead this off?
You can lead it if you want.
Okay, so cool. Thank you. So I was in a group a couple years back and I don't remember what you call it. It's like a ticker, and it's a little device that it's programmed, and it has a perimeter of, I don't know, let's say 100 kilometers or something, I don't know. And you program this, and it's associated with the network, and it's a little device, a little round device, I think it was, if I remember correctly. And real estate agents and so forth would use this, restaurants and so. But this is what they do. So if you're within that perimeter, it sends you a message, a text message, or SMS. Did I say that right? You know what I'm saying. But anyway,
Hmm.
it's what it is. But who really uses this a lot is like restaurants, and people giving up promos, a coupon. You're driving a town you don't know, and you check and say, "Okay, what's the closest?" I don't know. You'll see it comes up and it gives you the coupon or the discount or whatever it is you're looking for. That's pretty much how you do a huge marketing, and it's very big, and it's associated with all the social media. Sorry, the technical, like the tablets and the cell phones and smartphones and so forth. It's the apps, and it's an app, but it's brilliant because then you don't have to worry about. And you can see, people who you're driving in the street and you have a McDonald's, you have a Starbucks, you have a Tim Hortons, and so forth. I'm just saying that's for a local, and you'll see it pings you. Um, but it's huge. It's a big marketing campaign. It's huge. I'll leave you with that part of it. There's a lot more.
You know, the long and short answer is it's a way to promote products and services through a mobile device. Statistically, we know
Mm-hmm,
that people are using their cell phones and smaller devices more than ever before.
mm-hmm,
I have some statistics on this because I just had to share this with an individual. 50% of smartphone users buy right away. 91% of smartphone users buy after viewing an ad. So if you are only sending out something through email, and even though they have their smartphone, they're probably not going to look at that email as quickly as they will a text.
mm-hmm,
So the mobile marketing kicks in, like Dianne was saying, but you as a business owner can use it for yourself to text people because text is instant. It's like the phone ringing. Whereas email is still great. I'm a big fan of email marketing campaigns. However, when you are under the crunch or under the gun timelines, you might look at an email subject line and save it to look at later. But a text gets immediate response. And these numbers don't lie. This is actually from a website ad. They actually talk about an app as well, Send Pulse. And it's becoming really, really popular with people. So I'm a big fan of this. The benefits of mobile marketing is huge. You can probably just test it yourself and see how many people respond to an email you email them and and a text message to see which one's working for you. And this is based on your audience. But please making sure you're having introduction with people. Don't just start picking up business cards and just sending text messages to people. You know, the good thing about the text, there's no real law yet, like emails where you have to have permission to email. So that's the reason why people are using the text mobile marketing campaigns. Something that I think is really interesting here is that two-thirds of customers who use smartphones are likely to purchase from businesses that have apps or mobile websites with content customization to the location. You know, with the assessing of websites, and I have to share this part because many people have a website, but it's so disturbing to me to know that the person that designed the website and also the person that paid for it is not checking to make sure that the content is mobile friendly. So
That's
whatever
right.
you want the person to see on this at this point, don't think, never assume that they're going to scroll down. No, 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 no. It's like someone looking at your face. You know, if they're not interested from this part, they're not going to look at the shoes, or they might start with the shoes first, right? But they're not going to
I
look at you
agree.
and go all the way down if they're not seeing the energy, they're not seeing it's
Yeah,
receptive. They just keep walking. Same thing with your social media online. So if you are on your screen and this here does not have the main parts of what you're offering, you're assuming that they're going to scroll down. They don't all do that. So I'm a big fan. I just did this with someone last week, how everything showing up on the laptop is nice and big and there's more content because it's a bigger screen. But on this here, it's too much work to find all that. So now they're redesigning
absolutely.
back to the website
Absolutely.
designer to make sure there's more information. So yeah, it's a
That's
big deal.
right.
You know what? You can't do this alone. You need one of us.
That's good one, Tammy. That's right. And here's the thing about that too, as well as you got to know your audience. So if you're a restaurant in the hospitality industry, it's a big thing, and you will have, the website again is not one size fit all. If you know you just want it, you have to change your content. You have to change it. Depends on your marketing. It depends on your audience or what you want to, you know, what you're selling. Really is what it is. Not everybody is app friendly like me, but Tammy is.
Me either.
Um, type
No.
of thing, right? Well, no, Tammy is more app, but she's not technology friendly whatsoever. So that is a story on its own. However, oh, and Tammy,
Are you
I,
gonna go? Are you
I,
gonna talk about? Are you always gonna? Are
oh
you gonna
my
talk about
gosh,
how
you know
how
what? Okay,
how
I'm
much
going.
how much of a production is for you to get on this call every?
Okay, Tammy, I'm going to just leave you for 1 second. No, I'm not kidding you. I just have to go and get something, and my intention was to actually have it in front of me. So I'm going to take myself off screen, and I'm going
I
to
hope it's
bring you
nothing for me to
guys.
read.
No, I'll be back in 1 second. You just keep talking. You just talk.
Okay, we'll
You
keep
just
talking.
talk about our sponsors or something. But I'll be back one more.
We do have amazing sponsors. They, they have just come on board. They believe in what we're doing. They add so much value to everybody that they're touching. I mean, we've got I like to call him Travel with Len. He's like the person that's all about real estate. He's got a big heart, really big at just engaging people and keeping them informed of what's going on with the real estate trends. And we like to watch him a lot because he's always out there traveling and he's always a big foodie. So he's fantastic. And then, of course, we have a wealth management guru, and she is helping people increase and more than that, keep their wealth so that it'll be around for years and years and years, which many people are making money, but they don't know how to keep it and help it to grow. And she does a fabulous job at that. Oh, there you are. And I don't
Yes,
have on my glasses to read.
that's okay.
I have
We got
I
Leonard. We
have to
got
encourage the glasses today,
Ivy.
but I don't have them on.
But my dear, okay. So
What do you have for me? I don't want it.
Tammy, you're not getting it. Tammy asked a question about her storage. So just like myself, you Google Drive and so forth storage. So Tammy,
Oh,
my dear, this is a 4 GB. Now they have it with a disk as well, which is less, but this is a 4 GB disk, a storage, external storage. And it's, and I mean, I laugh at Tammy, but there's a lot of people don't realize this thing. This connects here, Tammy, to this, which is connected to a USB Yes. Where's the camera? USB that goes into the laptop. This may, this little device may actually, it's a camera here. Oh God, that's not a camera. This device is a Seagate, but I'm not here to promote Seagate. But this little device actually may come up as maybe a drive F or E or something on
Okay, so
your,
you can't even
apart from
help
a
me. You can't even help me. If I put it in, I don't even know if it's an F or an E or a G. So what are you doing right now?
no, you will
You're
know.
totally
Trust
mixing
me,
me
you
up.
will know. Okay, wait. So what you do is like how you do any file, how you will move a file from your document. She's
I
crying.
don't. I
The
don't move
document.
files. I don't
Okay,
move files.
okay. If you click on it, right click, and it says copy, and you can put it into the drive, which the drive will show up. So if it says Seagate, you see Seagate. Or if you want to cut, you can cut. If you have it in a Google Drive, you have to download, whatever the story is. The point is, this is external. Now, here's a cool, let me explain a little story about this. True story. In 2016, I had my laptop with so many things, and a cousin of mine sent me some, I don't know what, and I was like, why is she sending me this? With
I
somebody
am
there.
crying.
Never,
I'm literally
I know
crying right
you're
now.
crying. No, I'm not kidding you. And I clicked on it. At that time, there was such a Trojan, like I'm sorry, viruses. And it,
Trojan. What did you just say?
it that's a virus. That was the name of the virus, I believe, at the time. I'm not kidding. It's a true
That's
story.
that's the name of something else. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Well, that's something else, right?
Well, it
But,
makes sense then. You said it's about a virus.
no. But that's the name of a virus. I'm serious. So what happened is, my husband was in the shower,
Oh
and I
God.
saw this thing popped up. And what did Deanne decide to do? Deanne, don't download stuff. She's learned her lesson. I'm not kidding. How stupid or simple it might sound, I don't do it because I never know what's in it. But that time there was a big viruses going on, which still do. My computer
With the
crashed.
Trojan.
It crashed, and I didn't have a backup. And I've been meaning to do it and meaning to do it and meaning to do it. Even on my PC I have for the radio, I have a 4 GB backup inside the tower, which I have to put
I have
another four
nothing.
gigabytes. But I'm telling you, I wanted to die. They could not recover anything from my hard drive. Luckily, I had emails as a backup that went to one of my other emails, and I had to retrieve files and so forth. It was devastating. And I had a big meeting. I had somebody flying from Europe to sit down there. And that day, I couldn't do anything. My husband tried to fix it. He tried to fix it. They took it to us. But this is a backup. You need to have a backup. Even when you have USB, smaller ones, I always remember my business partners say eventually they could get damaged. Anything could get damaged. And people have it in different discs. So this is one format. There's also like a little tower disk. You can get different levels. And if you want to get more technology security, Deanne is not the person to ask about that. But Tammy, this is this is what I
Okay,
you
so
never
Deanne, I appreciate you trying. I'm
that
saying
just went over
trying
her head. That just went over her
that
head.
you. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing this with me. However, I think I told you this. I am so. I've learned a lot of skills since we've had this time to not go out as much. But I can tell you, I own it, and I will own it. Not being technical, even though my name starts with T. And so
I
what you
know.
just shared with me, I'm going to have a one-on-one call. And one-on-one call. You know what? My mom told me this, and I never knew what she was saying. My mom's so beautiful. She's so positive, and she always has nice things to say. But I realized as I got older what she was trying to tell me without telling me. She told me to buy my weaknesses and sell my strengths. I think now, as I've gotten older, I understand she was trying to tell me that I was making mistakes, right? And I was just thinking I could do everything. And without her telling me that, that's what she said to me. So, can I tell you something? That is something I would actually pay for for someone to do for me. And I can tell you that if I lose all the files, that Gabby, the declutter queen expert, would say you were not supposed to have them to begin with. It's part of decluttering. So now all the blessings that have been blocked by all this stuff in there is going to finally get through. So I'm I'm going to leave it at that because what you just said to me right now, I still don't understand it. And it's so funny because that post, people were commenting and telling. So now I actually took a screenshot of everyone's comments, and I'm trying to figure out what they're saying to me. And I said, you know what? I can't do this. I'm gonna have to find a student that could probably do this for me because
You
I
got
have no.
three students in your house. You got three
No,
students plus scored.
they never want to do anything with you unless it has something to do with food or money or using the car. No,
Tammy,
they
you know my bank account number. You know my EMT email address. I will come and do it.
yes, exactly.
But
Exactly.
on a serious note, this
Okay,
is
we're
something.
serious now.
And let me tell you something that was so devastating to me because back then and now some of those files I had to use it even over the years, and to retrieve that it took a lot of work. I had to contact the people across the oceans and said, "Can you send this file to me again?" Because they knew I lost it, and it was a nightmare. So I'm
Imagine.
saying to you, and you know what? Here's a funny thing: I have so many of this, and the point is I still have to download these files because this is my work laptop we're working on, and I'm telling you, you do not want to be in that position. So
I know. I don't
by
want
the
to, but can you show me
yes,
in person? Can you do this in person? I can't do this. Oh,
yes, I will
I
show you
can't
in
do
person.
this.
I'll send you the bill after and I'll show you in person just because I know what's in store for me when I have to sit with her. I don't drink wine, but I'm going to have this bottle of ice wine before I sit down because it's going to be out of this world.
I know because just getting on this stream is a technical challenge for me.
Tammy, let's not even have that conversation. We love our audience. We want to shout out to them. We want to keep them sane. We want to have and then want them to come back. And we want to say to them, for those who are just joining us on the Real Question, Real Answer show with real people, Tammy and myself, we want to say, catch us on the replay, share it. We want to have fun, but this is real life. It's real, this is real conversations. These is things that happen. And I had this USB, this hard drive in mind to say, well, I got to pick it up and bring it to make sure I have it, and I forgot. But hey, it wasn't far away. But we like to have fun, and we like to invite you to come back with us with some more questions. We have to let Tammy compose and fix her makeup. She literally was crying. But it's this is why we work well, and this is why we have fun. So we want you to send in your questions, join us live on your comments, and tell us what you like about the show and what you don't like about us. It's not that we pay much attention to it in any case, because we are who we are. And this is sometimes we have to take life not so serious, really and
Yeah.
truly, to get through our day. So, on behalf of myself and Tammy, you want to leave any final tips before, or any
Oh, I
final?
have to show my pink, something pink.
Oh yeah, I don't have any pink around here. Okay, Tammy, right now.
Okay, so my pink item today that I'm showing is, oh, I have two things. You know what? I'm going to show this one instead. I just recently got these. They
Is that the
are,
journal you wrote? Is that the journal you bought so the kids and them would not touch it?
well, this is another one, but I just recently got these digital blue light glasses.
It's pink.
Do you know what these are?
They look pink.
Well, their protection. Blue light emissions from computer screens and smartphones are harmful to the eyes. So,
They're
this is a
identified.
patented lens technology that blocks approximately 30% of the potentially harmful blue light coming from the computer screen. It helps to fight temporary effects of digital eye strain, such as headaches, dry eyes, and blurred vision. And they're light pink. Look at this. Look at.
But wait. Are they operational and fun? Oh, that looks so cute on you. You have it here. Is that looks really sexy? Is that no? Is that no? But on a serious note, for people who wear prescription like myself, how
Yep,
is that?
they
Oh,
have
yeah.
different, they have
Oh,
different numbers.
got you.
So
And
mine is zero
what's the
because
cost for that? How much was that? The cost? Yes,
these
we
were
do
only
bring.
12. These were only 12.99,
Oh,
and I
at the
bought a pair
dollar
for my
store?
son as well. Hmm?
I forgot. I have to go get my eyes tested right now, so I have to can't remember my prescription
And they
is.
can also be worn with contact lenses.
Cool. Well, they look very funky and stylish with you. Those actually shape your face, obviously. That's the Tommy look. So cool. Well, thank you for sharing that. But, Tommy, it's time to go,
Okay, bye bye.
obviously. And we want to say thank you all. Why don't you say your bye bye? And then I will just finish up here.
Okay, I will leave you with my final words in pink. Be a beautiful cupcake in a world full of muffins.
Ooh, that's lovely. Does that mean you're making cupcakes and muffins for us soon? Okay. But
Well,
Tammy's
you
always
missed it.
cooking. Tammy's
Yeah,
always cooking. Beautiful.
yeah.
And it's true. Be the cupcake in a world full of muffins. What does that mean? Stand out. Stand out. Muffins look just like muffins, and cupcakes could be a muffin and just put a little bit of icing on it, and then you become a cupcake.
And
Stand out.
sprinkles, always
Correct.
sprinkles, always
And
sprinkles. You
sprinkle.
have to put sprinkles on it.
Okay, now you really get into the point. But for everybody else, be the one who's going to stand out. Be the change you seek. You are the one. If you see something that's not working, go and do something about it. You make the difference. And I want to thank everybody today for being here with us on the Real Question, Real Answer show with the real people, Tammy and Deanne. And yes, you get the craziness behind it, but that's why we're real people. We're not boring. We're fun loving. And for those who would like, on a serious note, to reach out and find out more what we do in the programs that we have and how we can help you take your business to the next level, take your life to the next level, and how we can shed and release all those negative stuff that I can help you with that. Tommy can help you with that. And if Tommy can't help you, we'll find somebody who I can help you. Somebody can help you, but just step it up and invest in yourself. That's all I got to say about that. So for the next time, I want to say thank you all so much for being here with us. Until next time, on the Real Questions, Real Answers with real people and Tammy and Deanne, we're going to say ciao. Bye bye.